show is a member of the Sorgatron Media Podcast Network. Find out more at sorgatronmedia.com. This show is brought to you by Slice on Broadway, supporting Pittsburgh podcasting with the perfect pepperoni pizza. Production services by Sidekick Media Services. And listeners like you, supporting us at patreon.com/awesomecast. It's time to get geeky, get awesome. It is the AwesomeCast. I'm Mike Sorgatron on Twitter here in the Sorgatron Media Studios in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Ready to get geek with you on this Wednesday night. It was a holiday this week, so we are coming to you here on Wednesday. So we have a show in. We're just moving everything. It was a holiday. My trash comes a night later. Your podcast comes a night later. It all's going to work out in the end. And even Slice on Broadway was like, hey, guys. Thanks, so here we are. With me on this Wednesday edition, it's the Dutters.
Hello, friend. I'm wearing a Baja shirt.
You're wearing a Baja shirt. I'm also wearing a Baja shirt.
It's Baja shirt day.
It's Baja shirt day. I love it. I love the coordination. We completely didn't plan. Wow, that's impressive. So, and also, does that mean we're both at the bottom of our laundry? Is that what this is?
Could be.
Who knows? It's been a holiday. Who knows? But this is the AwesomeCast. You can check us out at awesomecast.com. You can hit us up on all the you can hit us up on all the social medias. AwesomeCast at sorgatronmedia.com to communicate with us. Tweet us at AwesomeCast, and also AwesomeCast Facebook group is where we have a lot of stories, as well as the Discord and the Reddit. Should we still be even on Reddit? Not that we've had a lot of conversation on there, but I don't know if we should try at this point. But that's a conversation for another time. We also have an AwesomeCast at sorgatronmedia.social on the Mastodon, if you'd follow us over there, and subscribe and rate us on your favorite podcast app for the audio versions. You can watch a video every Tuesday-ish, usually, if there's not a holiday or something, every Tuesday at 7 p.m. Eastern on the AwesomeCast Facebook, on the YouTube page, and the Sorgatron Media Twitch page. Also, thanks to our friends at postindustrial.com for sharing the show, and thank you to our Patreon supporters at patreon.com/awesomecast, our friends at the Coffee Club level, Matt Weller, Cynthia Klosky, John DeGore, and at the Family Show level, Michael Fedor and Dave Podner, spouse of Roost Jewelry Affair at roostjewelryaffair.com. You guys can support the show at patreon.com/AwesomeCast. And we've been putting some extras up lately. Back to getting used to doing that. Man, we should have talked about I should have recorded our conversation beforehand. The last week, apparently, Katie explained memes to me of some sort.
Memes. Welcome. These are called memes.
And what happens when Russia is off the internet for a day? So it'll be interesting. So that's an interesting extra bit that we have there. Also, us being stuck on the Grimace game, background clipping, it's like some background, background conversations and chatter we have before and after the show here. You guys can join up on. So. I'm sorry, I just got this, and I think you guys will be interested in this. Somebody asked for a sponsoring a referee during a wrestling show, and they just got back to me on Facebook. Katie, I don't know if you saw this in the Slack. And I was like, how ridiculous can I make the referee, because I know the referee. So no patches. I'm down for him to wear a hat to the ring and then take it off for the officiate as long as he is. That's okay. Okay, I'm interested. I might be looking at this then for maybe we'll get an AwesomeCast over there or something. So, anyways, shout out to Wrestlers Lab. They're gonna have a show here in Pittsburgh. 7 Years of Science, and I'm hoping that I don't get booked that night so I can go check out what's going on with it. So, because they were a lot of fun last time they were in town. But, anyways, Katie, let's get into our awesome things of the week, because this conversation's for the Wrestling Mayhem show later that we are also doing on a Wednesday night. And I see that you have a theme continuing from last week. Before I get talk to you about how I'm inserting even more AI, and I got good news and bad news on AI and ChatGPT. But let's go with yours first.
I got an analog. I'm so excited.
Got a nice analog, awesome thing.
Analog. I was at Walmart, and I walked in, and in the cards section was Hello Kitty. Now, listen, they've got Hello Kitty stickers.
Tell me more.
Vinyl Hello Kitty stickers. We got vinyl decals adorable cards, like all kinds of cute cards with Hello Kitty. Hello Kitty and all the Sanrio crew on Hello Sunshine note cards, which is adorable. And these little mini note cards that have little teeny envelopes that say things like sending hugs, you are oh so sweet, and thank you. Yeah, so Walmart has definitely stepped up their kind of, it's through Hallmark, their stationery game. And I didn't buy any, but they did have Snoopy.
Ooh.
Yeah, I figured that would kind of be
I was
interesting for you.
very close to picking up. They have Halloween stuff at oh, what do you call it? Oh, what's the one with the gift store in the front? Why can't I think of it? Cracker Barrel.
Oh,
They have Halloween stuff already.
yes.
Including a dancing mummy, Snoopy and Scooby Doo. So I was this close to purchasing it, but I was also on a trip, and you realize last time I got a early holiday thing with Snoopy on it, we got pulled over by the police up in New York.
Yeah,
so I wasn't
you
gonna.
have to be careful.
I was getting flashbacks, so I said, "No, this isn't gonna happen." So, wow.
Yeah, it's super cute. Like, it's really, really nice stuff. I mean, it's high quality, like very cute. Like, I mean, there was a ton of cards. Like this one, my niece is not going to see this, so I can show you this one. It's like besties for life with Karabi. You and me all the way.
Mm-hmm.
It's so cute.
That's great. So Walmart. So Walmart stationery. So if you're not up for the what was Vera Bradley a few weeks ago?
Oh, yeah.
If you're not up for the high end Vera Bradley stuff, you can just hit up your Walmart stationery section. So
I did take my Vera Bradley, my cable, like finally took it out and about, and I definitely enjoyed it, and I got everything to fit in here very nicely.
Nice.
And it's adorable, and yeah, so definitely I like it. Like I was, you know how you buy things and you're like, I hope I love it, and I did, and its functionality is good. So yeah.
You got a little bit of zipper ASMR going on over there.
Oh, is that what that was? Ooh. Ooh. That's the whole show. We just zip, unzip.
I just needed that little bit for TikTok.
Welcome to your Hello Kitty ASMR.
Welcome to Hello Kitty merchandise stationery ASMR. Thank you for tuning in. Awesome. The A in awesome stands for ASMR. I'm going to get a little more technical on this one. First of all, I had some bad news because I've been going into my Opera developer browser and using their ChatGPT prompts up there in the top bar to summarize and play a little bit with like the stories while we set up for the show. It wasn't there this week. They took it away. Now, you still have the integrations. You have the button on the side for the ChatGPT. And actually, since I have the computer set up here, do I even still have this up here? I don't even know at this point. I can kind of show this real briefly if you're not familiar, and just to show off again. So the Opera browser, you got these on the side, like you got like stuff like you got your Facebook Messengers integrated, a couple other things, WhatsApp, TikTok, but also your ChatGPT is right there in a sidebar as well. And it used to be you had a little AI drop down that would do things, but they apparently we don't have that anymore. So but in the meantime, I do have over on the Google. Hold on, let's get to the Goog, and let's see if I want to search for I'm going to search for the Instagram Threads Fediverse that we're going to be talking about later here in the show. And now I have a little applet in the side of my Google chat that takes my search and dumps it in the ChatGPT. So, and this just looks like mostly a summary. So I asked Instagram Threads Fediverse, right? And it gave me a little bit of summary of what the Fediverse is, what the Instagram is. And to my knowledge, as of September 2021, Instagram and Fediverse are two separate platforms. So that needs updated. So at least it's like honest with that. The only thing I don't like is it still doesn't cite anything like the Bing does. Because I do appreciate that a little bit more. But still, it's going to be fun. Because what do you usually do? Like, I think most of the time, like when you're Googling, you're asking it questions. Like, let me think of one that I was just looking up here. This is a technical one. How do I sync my ear tech headsets? which is literally something we had to do last week. And we're going to throw ChatGPT up, and it does co-op and give you a step-by-step right in ChatGPT. And meanwhile, Google is giving me a video on how to do it. It's having an eartech.com printable instructions for the headset and everything like that. So this is kind of nice. It does kind of pull that stuff out and put it right in front of you. Man, if you're a news site, you probably still don't like this, but still, like I do love there is a little bit more integration with the Google. It's going to be browser based. It's an extension. Oh, what is the extension? I should probably tell you. It is an extension called Search GOT for Chrome. And I'm sure there's plenty of these. There's actually a secondary one. I wanted this function to replace basically the function on Opera, at least partially here, see if I could get it to summarize articles and things like that. I didn't get that far to test that aspect of it, but still it was like kind of the first one that had the most reviews, most positive reviews from the looks of things, and there's like 2 or 3 options there in the Chrome store. I'm sure there's plenty more of these that you're going to get into, so I do appreciate that. So I recommend it. Go check that out if you want to kind of integrate a little bit more of that. If you are a Chrome user on a desktop, this doesn't solve the problem for. Obviously, this doesn't extend to your phone or anything like that. But I think that's kind of a nice addition there. And Katie, it helps me remember ChatGPT is there, right?
Yes.
So I'll use it more, right?
Yes.
So,
it's our friend.
absolutely. So, have you had any new AI uses over the last few weeks?
No, nothing too exciting. I was going to have it put together a shopping list for me. I found a bunch of recipes online that were supposed to be pretty easy because I need to get back to making food. I have turned into a toddler and I eat a lot of mac and cheese and chicken nuggets because I can easily make those.
Yep.
So I found a few recipes, like basic ingredients, and I was like, I can do this. So I was going to put it's like 4 or 5 recipes into ChatGPT and be like, make me a grocery list, because that's one of my big stumbling blocks is now I have to go to the store and buy this, but I have to go, okay, this recipe needs this and this recipe needs this. So ChatGPT is going to put it together for me.
Absolutely. Hold on. I'm trying to ChatGPT our ad here. So anyways, so I want to give a shout out to our friends Slice on Broadway, New York City style yins made. I don't even know how many locations here in the ChatGPT ChatGPT was not been updated with Slice on Broadway instructions apparently. But anyways, thank you to our friends over there at Beach View, Carnegie, East End, North Hills, Robinson. I think they're still down the south side. Works with that. Yes?
Listen.
Yes.
I'm interrupting your ad because what are you doing tomorrow? Because they're opening Robinson tomorrow.
Ooh.
They're giving away they're doing $13 pizzas and they're giving away some Slice merch and maybe some cards. Yeah. $13 large one topping pizzas all day at all locations. Holy cow. $13 large one topping pizzas, all locations.
There you go. Thursday night. If you're listening to this Thursday morning because we're late on the release, go check it out. Check our good friend Slice on Broadway. More information, sliceonbroadway.com. Katie, we need to touch on something that we did not address last week.
Oh, no.
You brought this to my attention. And this is kind of we've seen another version. We've seen one of these guys. We've seen a robot, one of these guys, Optimus Primes before. And now, Katie, what do we have to look forward to now that we're definitely not going to spend that much money on?
Oh, you mean the dancing bumblebee?
Yes! Tell me about the dancing bumblebee.
Oh, it walks, it squats, it kicks, it leans, it dances. And I love the self-recovery if it falls down.
Oh,
and
fantastic.
It can transform.
Yes, it is classic G1 looking bumblebee, which means it has a mouth. If you don't like that in the movie versions, so he's moving, he's dancing, he's doing a little walk. Look at him, he's doing a little walk. 6-axis, you can control him from your phone, and is he doing a wait? Is he doing the what do you call it? The pole?
I was like a Matrix move, and you're like on a pole.
Yeah, no. Yeah, when you go, how low can you go under the pole? What is the what is the game? Limbo. He's doing limbo mode. There you go.
I was thinking of a different pole.
He does pole dancing. Look at him go! And look, there's his buddy Optimus, the other Transformer one. That always many theaters. Oh, they're fighting. I see they're fighting together. Okay. And does it transform? Did you say it transforms? I didn't see it transform in this.
It said in the notes it transformed, but I don't
come
know if that's
on.
true.
Come on. There you go. Limbo mode. Limbo mode. Jeez.
So that's a new Patreon level. Buy us
a Transformer.
We'll make you a whole show. We'll make you a movie. We'll use if you buy us the transforming Optimus Prime and Bumblebee, we will make you a Sorgatron media quality movie with the two of them.
We've established on this show how bad I am with actual transforming Transformers. So we'll just leave Optimus over there. As a display of my shame. I can't get him in the shot. I was just here. There you go. He's just on the floor in front. He's just gonna say hi right there. So, actually, I should leave him there. So,
pretty much, yeah.
So it's a $400 Bumblebee. It is from RoboSen. I think this is the same company that did the Optimus Prime one. And it's 14 inches, programmable, of course. $3.99. It can walk, squat, lean, dance, even pick itself from the ground. But it cannot transform. It says.
Okay.
That's the one thing it can't do. So, and it is $100. Really? $100 less than the self-transforming Optimus Prime, which costs it's several hundred, which costs $700 plus an extra $750 for the trailer.
We'll make you a music video too.
Yeah, seriously. God, 45 custom microchips, 17 servo motors. Who's buying this? No, I know who's buying this. I know who wants to buy it. So, that is, man. When I grow up, have enough money for one of these. So RoboSen, now I'm curious about what else these guys do, because Transformers cannot be the only thing that they have going on, right? So I am digging into their website right now to see what else they. Of course, the Transformers are the biggest things. They do have also a new Optimus Prime Rise of the Beasts inspired robot. Okay.
Ooh.
All right. And there's other Transformers. No. Oh, wait, no. These are the off-brand ones. Okay. So you do have. So we kind of see where they're coming from, right? So that's great though. So they got even more. Oh man, what is this? Yeah, it's a signature robot. Screen reality. Do. This one's $700. Does he transform? I don't know. He's got some great architecture there. Oh, whoa. Did you see that? His chest opens up to see the Matrix. Oh.
What?
Okay, there you go. Helps if I put the video on.
What?
There you go.
That's amazing.
I don't know. I think he just moves around. I don't think he doesn't look transformy. So, and
it looks like the ones that say what? What is the phrasing?
Self-transforming?
Auto-converting.
Are those
the ones that transform?
Oh, here we go. Okay, now I can show you. Sorry, I didn't show these before. These are the Interstellar Scout, the Scout Pro. They got a truck transformer guy. They call the T9 Planetary Rover. Oh, he turns into a rover. Look at that. There you go. So I'm sure this is like the earlier stuff. This has got to be the proto stuff before they got the license, right? For these. So, see, you never saw this before, but I love it. It's all app based. This is definitely better than the Five Below robot that you probably get. So that works with the phone. But go check it out. RoboSen.com if you want to see it and see what's up with all those versions there. And of course, we'll have the link to the Bumblebee in the show notes. So, yes.
Oh. I just got the notification that Threads was available.
Oh yeah, okay. So we'll get into that, and first of all, let's get another story because we're both downloading Threads right now, right? So this is like this is the good old days. Remember when we just downloaded random apps to see if they were worth anything?
Oh, nice. I'm in. Next. Same account. Follow the same account. Sure. Follow. Yeah.
All right. Let's get into. Go ahead.
Welcome to AwesomeCast, where you just get to listen to us download an app as quickly as possible that was supposed to come out tomorrow.
Some live stuff. Some live stuff. No,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. So let's get in our story while both of us are obviously
Okay, okay.
downloading, logging
Oh,
in, and that
oh,
kind of stuff. Go ahead.
I have one.
Mm-hmm.
Porn star breaks back and turns to AI to make money.
What?
Okay.
Oh, here
I
it
gave you
is. Oh, do I even want to open this link?
No, you're fine. It's the cleanest link I could give you because it's TMZ. I mean, there were some other articles and the questionable sources, but okay. So
but she's like, wait. She's like jumping in the air.
okay. Oh, so this porn star, Adriana, she was at VidCon. She's a big deal. They had her at VidCon, and she actually, the photo they're showing is she jumped into a foam. It was supposed to be a pit, and it ended up being 2 feet deep. So she jumps in, and she breaks her back. So obviously well, not obviously, but she was kind of the way the break happened. She was unable to participate in porn anymore. So she's working with Forever Voices AI to introduce the Adriana Checkit AI companion. So users will be able to have explicit conversations with a robot who sounds just like her, and it's going to be personalized to their interests based on advanced algorithm and machine learning, which is wild. Like, this is like, on one hand it's like, this is just wow, and then on the other hand it's like, wow, this is the first time this is happening. Like, someone's just thought of this, because it's brilliant. It's a brilliant idea and use of AI in this particular space. But wild, right? Like, to think about that. This is where we're going to be, and this is another use for AI and where we're going.
Wow. I think small correction. Oh, geez. There was a video of her hurting herself.
Yeah.
Oh,
like,
jeez. Yeah,
it was bad. She had no clue that it was so shallow.
It was at TwitchCon. It looked like they did like a gladiator's pugil stick kind of thing. So, oh yeah, she kind of spiked herself there. Holy crap, that is crazy. TwitchCon's not safe, guys. So wait, so the injury, so she had the injury, but so is this app taking over for her conversations?
Yes. So this is a new stream of revenue.
Okay.
So it's purely, she's lending her voice to it, and obviously they'll work together to put phrases together, or just a string of words that the AI will put together into phrases, and it's all learning the interests of the user, and the user pays for this particular app, probably different. I'm imagining probably different levels, or maybe a subscription service. But either way, like, this is an easy stream of revenue, passive income.
Jeez. It's such an I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I just saw the video, so I'm still kind of in shock about that. So,
it was rough.
Such an unfortunate thing to happen. And it looked like, it's like, hey, foam, let's go. It could happen to anybody. It's kind of like those weird freak accidents that you see. Wow. Okay. Is this a I don't know. Do we have to get into OnlyFans or something to see this, or?
I'm not sure. They really haven't gotten into it. It sounds like it's just kind of where she's looking to go, but it doesn't give a specific date. And,
Okay.
and as we know, like, porn leads the way with tech a lot of times.
I'm seeing. Oh well, let's see what ChatGPT has to say about this. Oh no, there's a lot of as my knowledge, from 2021 comes up here. So launches a new companion. The website states, I'm on the website. I'm not showing the website. I do not trust this. So you can get in here. Here's how it works. Is exclusively built into Telegram for now. She make sure to download Telegram on your devices to make the account. Chat with me button, or click here, and there's a / Adriana in the Forever Companion Telegram. Start chatting. There you go. And your full access is $1 a minute. Just like back in the day. Actually, this is a pretty safe website for the most part. Low cleavage, but you get the idea. So if you click here, now I'm kind of afraid. So yeah, it just opens in the Telegram, and you can join there and become a part of that. So and apparently I can download Telegram for Mac. So that I didn't know. Telegram that's one of those peer-to-peer kind of things, right? Like Signal or something like that. Are you aware of them?
No, I don't think I know that well. I'm thinking of something else.
Like they're I think they might be wow, my brain is completely off tonight. So I had an early
You're
appointment.
fine.
One of those encrypted like kind of things that people use. So but yeah, if you want to check that out, that is out there. A cool use for that, and that makes a lot of sense. I mean, some of the podcasts I listen to say, hey, I have like hours and hours of content of me talking. Like, could you imagine if we plug in the entire back catalog of, say, an AwesomeCast or a Wrestling Mayhem show and say, one, you could probably write an episode of AwesomeCast and stuff like that, So, yeah, you could make a virtual Dutters, virtual Sorg if you wanted to.
Mm-hmm.
So, there you go. I mean, there's enough content. Katie, have you had any luck with this Thread app?
I'm in.
You're in.
I have 4 followers.
What? Okay.
Well, like Bobby Cherry's in there,
Oh,
like
okay.
our friends, like folks, like because you can automatically follow. Okay, so you haven't been able. Have you been able to get in?
Well, I just almost logged in with one of my business accounts, so I need to back out here.
So you log in with your Instagram account,
yes,
and you can automatically follow everybody you've already been following on Instagram.
Oh boy!
So if they were on Threads, you will get the notification that you are following them on Threads now. And but yeah, I'm putting in my first thread, trying to figure out what's what's my first thread. Hey, we're on AwesomeCast right now.
So what is Threads for those that don't know and haven't seen the news about it over the last week?
So Threads is Facebook or Meta. I'm sorry, Meta's take on Twitter. This is supposed to be the replacement for Twitter, and as we kind of know with Twitter, it's kind of a flaming dumpster right now, and it's kind of they keep just self-sabotaging themselves, and like we're all at a frustration point with it, and we're trying to stick with it because we do have clients that do work there, we have audiences that are there we still connect with, but it has become increasingly harder to be on that particular social media app. And so Threads is supposed to be our way out, our gateway drug away from Twitter. I don't know if that's the phrase for that, but like the thing that gets us away from Twitter. And hey, Sorgatron started following me, and
I just hit follow all.
Yeah, that's the same thing.
I have a lot of people on here apparently.
And it's supposed to be, like I said, be the Twitter replacement, and use it's another place for them to get our information and learn more about us.
Yeah, that's the thing. So it is, and let me pull it up here. Oh wow, RJ City is already on here. Of course he is. So RJ City is somebody we know from wrestling. It's on AEW right now. So I want to pull this up here so you can see it. Yeah, it is. It's another Twitter. It's definitely another Twitter. There is one very specific thing that's got me interested in. We can get into in a minute here, and hopefully this pops up here. So I have, hopefully none of you guys are private here. Let's see. I don't even know who that is. I don't know who that is. Let's see. There's Tom Merritt from This Week in Tech. Or Tech News. Wait, Daily Tech News Show. There's Bobby Cherry, as we said.
There definitely seems to be like some like pre-built like.
Oh yeah. Because these have pluses by them, so these are bigger ones. Casey Neistat is somebody I definitely follow on there. I don't know who that is. IGN. Yeah, I should follow IGN on there. Sure. I don't know why I'm holding this up. Yeah, there you go. So you do have some follow stuff there. This, I mean, it is a lot of Richard Branson. What? Mark Cuban. Okay. Yeah, why not? Mark Cuban's already up there. Okay, saying hi to Mr. Beast. So yeah, it's Twitter. It looks very Twitter. And great, we have another Twitter. So yeah. maybe they will absorb, but there is a very I want to say positive side of this, but not at launch apparently, right? Have you heard about the Fediverse connection that you're going to be implementing?
No, explain this to me.
So we talked about Mastodon in the past, and like we have a sorgatronmedia.social Mastodon server. There's I belong to the twit.social one. You can go to mastodon.social, and these are all independent servers. So I guess imagine if you will, Threads and Twitter and your Facebook posts all talk to each other, and you could find each other across those. that's basically what the Fediverse is. So if I have my AwesomeCast account over on sorgatronmedia.social, my Sorgatron at twit.social can interact with that, and they're on separate servers. So now you've kind of decentralized. So you don't have any Elon Musk or Mark Zuckerberg completely controlling the entire up and down infrastructure, right, and making changes that maybe the users don't like, and then they lose money, or they're making choices that makes it harder for them to use the platforms and things like that. So obviously this is going to be theirs, but and I was trying to find an article referencing this, but I did read somewhere that in October they are supposed to be implementing Fediverse access for this app, which means if you have an account on here, now you can go talk to the twit.social, the sorgatronmedia.social, the mastodon.social, everybody that's jumped over there. George Takei's over there, for instance, after he was getting pissed about what's going on Twitter. So ideally, hopefully, if everybody keeps their promises, a lot of modifiers on this, guys, we're going to see them kind of push this forward, and this will open up Mastodon and make it not Mastodon but the Fediverse, of course, and make that a little more accessible. Obviously, I think this is mostly good because this will introduce a lot of people to it. But if you are like, oh no, I don't like what Mark Zuckerberg's doing for one reason or another, you can go to a different server and then go have the same friends and content that you did before. Hypothetically, right? We'll see what the implementation looks like on this kind of thing, but generally I think that is a relatively positive thing that they're getting into it. Now, if you look at the Mastodon server, one of them, I think it was Twitter or something, maybe you shared it with me or I saw along the way, if you're downloading this and you look at the privacy stuff on the App Store, yeah, you're giving a lot of stuff away versus what the Mastodon app does, or other ones. I use Ivory. I pay for it. So like that, it's you just need to whisper, says Dave. On the other thing probably. So, but yeah, I think that's going to be a net positive for the whole Fediverse idea. Supposedly, what was the blue? What's the Bluebird or whatever? God, I can't remember anything tonight. Blue Sky. Blue Sky is supposed to connect eventually, you're right, and all of those. So, but in the meantime, and this is going to be a long term, kind of growing as something like this. So, I don't know. You as so active social media client base, what do you think of this new platform? Where are you kind of segmenting this?
Well, okay. So for me, we saw what big Blue Sky, and then or is it Big Sky Social? Like we saw two kind of drop within the last couple days leading up to this, where people got invites to the betas on a couple other social media platforms, and I'm totally combining the two of them now.
I think Blue Sky, I think, limited because they had too many people coming over after the latest Twitter debacle.
That might have been it, and I'm looking up our friend Kim Lyons. Friend of the show, Kim Lyons, because she was one of the folks that I saw was on the other platform, was like, oh, don't ask me for any sort of invites. I do not have those yet. But for me, with like going into Threads, this is the nice thing about it is like I don't have to go, oh my gosh, which my accounts do I have to claim? Well, first of all, if you're on social media and you have your business on social media, you should be claiming your name on all of the accounts. Like no matter, whatever, or whatever platform comes out, claim your name. Whether or not you use it eventually is not the important part. It's more of having your name. So if you decide to use it later, if it becomes the next big, big four of the social media platforms or big whatever, you have your name already and somebody else hasn't claimed it, and you don't have to make up something ridiculous that looks like your name. But with this, it's not like I have to go, oh, dang, I have to grab my name. It's going to be there. Thankfully, and so that's kind of a nice bonus, I think, in some regards. At least in my world, it's not like having to go with all my clients and sign in and create accounts right now. This is kind of like, okay, eventually I'll move them over. It doesn't have to be like, oh crap, I gotta get everybody's name right now, which is nice. Which is a nice advantage, I think.
That is nice. I was trying to see because Threads also there's a website that I landed on at some point here, and I'm trying to see if they went live with the other side of this as well. But So I mean, generally, and I feel like since it's already connected with Instagram, I could see potentially a lot of people moving over this. I'm already seeing a lot of my wrestling friends friending me back right now. So, and I love that the first thing you apparently posted was some Hello Kitty stuff. Oh no, this isn't updating now. Let me see if I can fix this. But hold on. Oh no, now I lost everything. Now it's all gone.
We're a mess.
These adapters, these Apple TV adapters, like only work half the time.
Oh,
For like $50 adapters, it drives me nuts. So, anyways, we'll see
oh
if
my
that comes
gosh.
back. What's that?
So our friend Jim Loke, he said, "I'm Jim Loke, one word on Threads because someone has Loke already."
What?
Okay, so
How?
I'm
So
not
wait,
sure.
doesn't he have? Doesn't he have Loke on over on Instagram? Maybe he doesn't.
Now I'm looking. Welcome to technology as it happens, and this is a great example of what happens when something like this drops,
Mm-hmm.
where we're trying to figure out, like, okay, how do we use this? What do we do? What's our names? Which clients do we put on there? No, he's Jim. Well, no, no, no. He's Jim Loke's is full. That's his professional one.
Mm-hmm.
That's his professional one. Is Loke his like regular people one? I don't know.
You've already Hello Kitty'd. I see Gary V's already on there, of course. So, wait, did I even get? I don't think I brought over my. It brought over like it was. You're able to import everything. If you like what your profile looks like over on Instagram, you're able to do that. Let me see if it brings my picture. Import from Instagram. So there's my picture from Instagram. So it works. I mean, the onboarding is really nice so far with this thing. So it's really easy for you to get on with it.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, no, this is pretty fantastic. So go check that out. I think it's worthwhile. I really do think it's worthwhile.
Yeah.
So I'm going to put. We're talking about threads on threads. Let's see what happens when you put a YouTube on here. Let's see.
Oh yeah.
Talking about and using threads live. Boom, 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 boom. Oh. That's interesting. I hit enter a couple of times and it went to a second. It went to a second thing. Oh, it does embed the YouTube. We're gonna post that. All right, that's not bad. That's not bad. And I'm gonna go to this and actually hold on. Go to that and let's throw a thread here. I'm gonna say, hey, Kate Marie PGH is here too. And that's nice. It looks, it's smooth, I gotta say. I'm not hating how this looks. So I guess I need to go in and log in with all my Instagram accounts. Oh no. So that's going to be a big pain in the butt. I wonder how this is going to do with your. I wonder what that's going to do with multiple accounts from your Instagram.
Yeah.
Because we have so many Instagrams, all the podcasts and everything. So, but I guess we need to. Is it going to cross post? Is it going to? Are my Instagrams going to come in here? So or there probably would be a cross post button, right? Because it is a Facebook to Facebook, Meta to Meta kind of situation. So, what? Okay, so other than gaining my getting my name on here. If I'm a person or a brand, what's the first thing I should do on Threads?
Oh, first thing you should do. There is an option to put some of your information similar to the Instagram, where you can put a little bio of yourself. If you have a website, put the link there. I'm kind of working through. Okay, so it's interesting because a lot of if you start going through the settings with the account and stuff, like the personal information, security, account status, that all goes through Instagram. And Meta right now, which because I'm trying to figure out whether or not I could have multiple. If you've used Instagram before, you know how you can kind of cycle through your accounts pretty easily without having to log out and log back in. It doesn't appear that we have that option quite yet, but I really haven't deep dived into it, obviously. But I think it's beyond claiming your name, put yourself up a profile picture that people know, and just introduce yourself. It doesn't have to be anything sweet. It doesn't have to be something well thought out at this point. Just I think just putting something out there, your first thread, get used to it. I think that's another thing, like just getting used to how the platform handles, because it does look similar to Instagram, but it functions like Twitter. We're gonna have to figure out how things look, and like you were just doing with YouTube, like you have to see what your links look like.
Oh, here's a and let me see if I can get this back up, because you do have the share button. Like you do over, I have everybody. Kim Lyons just followed me. Hello, Kim. You do have a share button over there, and I'm trying to get this to work so you can see it again. And it does say add to story, post the feed, copy link, and share via. So you could add it to your Instagram story. Ooh, and that looks very, very interesting. I'm going to share that right now so everybody can at least see that on my Sorgatron Instagram account. So it adds your the thread. I don't know I guess we call it a thread, right? A post on Threads, maybe. As long as we don't call it, what do they call it? A skeet on one of those on Blue Sky or something like that.
Something.
So it turns in it gives a nice background, like the Threads background, and then and it lands it right in the middle, and then of course you can click through and go to the Threads app or download it. So I think you're going to see a lot of that happening. Man, I'm liking it so far. I think the adoption is going to be better than any of these apps, because we've seen so many of these, right, that have looked like this, and they're great apps, but who wants to go on to another app? But if you have an integration with something like this, and you tell me it might integrate later with an open platform, which is wild that they're doing that. Like, I kind of can't believe they're doing it, and I feel like it's going to be really hampered, especially since Twitter is just can we do the WTF portion in there while we're at? Why is this important right now? Apparently platforms are continuing to piss people off. I'm trying to figure if I should stay on Reddit. We're posting stuff in there. We don't have a lot of community over there. But I don't know if it's worthwhile, because I feel like the community's getting really pissed off right now. And are you contributing to a dying platform? And who knows? Until you get no use of a platform, I don't think you should abandon it, right? Like, I don't think I should abandon Twitter yet, right? Because I keep saying, I've said this to Miss the other day, I was like, where else are we going to talk live during wrestling shows? That community is not there. That's how I found out how everybody won, who won the belts at a Japanese show at 5 a.m. Eastern time today. I woke up and found out who won the belts, right? Like that community is not existing somewhere else. They could exist here. They could very well end up existing here. It's very, very possible. So, so Twitter is making things more difficult. One, I have gripes because a lot of their stuff is going to the Twitter Blue, including the tweet deck. Not that I even like the new tweet deck, which is weird, because the story I saw says, to solve the problems we've been having with TweetDeck, we're going to institute a new one and put it under Twitter Blue. And then we had this rate limit thing where we had a mention of like, you got 10,000 posts to read if you're a verified member. If you're a regular member, it's 600. If you're a new member, it's 300. And just like, and then that just confused everybody. And I think they raised the numbers eventually. And that came to, and Katie, you sent me a video that explained what might actually be happening with that.
Yeah, it was, they were saying that there was now I'm going to blank out on what it's called. Essentially, it was
DDoS?
more of, yes, a DOS issue. That they were cleaning things, and that was the problem, is they were, doing this because they were cleaning out bots and whatnot. And like, we're definitely, we've hit a point, I think we've hit a frustration level. I mean, with a lot of social media, I'm not saying that this doesn't happen with all social media platforms, but like with Twitter, especially, with us just being fed bullcrap. And like I said, it's not happening, I'm not saying that that's not happening in Facebook or whatnot, but like, it's been blatant bullcrap with Twitter. And I don't know, it's been frustrating to try to, like, okay, sure, okay, buddy, like whatever you're saying is probably true, and it's just not.
Well, yeah, and it's to tell people that they can't use the app, willfully, the numbers that they're giving, everybody's like, that you can probably go through those numbers in like 10 minutes if you're actively, working on your Twitter. Let alone if you do this for business, right? And you're seeing more and more things as a smaller business or a podcast. You're like, well, how am I supposed to get over on this? I'm not, this makes a lot of decisions. Great. Okay, $8 a month for me to get the tools. I have 8 accounts. That's a lot of money, So, that you really kind of hurt the smaller user, the startup user, the nonprofit user, the charity user, the active the activist user, by saying, oh, you can't really reach people and you can't really use all the cool tools to make the most out of this unless you start paying us. And even if you're political, like, you probably have one for your group, one for your the campaign person. You probably have multiple accounts there, depending on what that is. That's going to be costly to you if you're a small school board, candidate or something like that, likely, right? So, like, that's the thing. You're making it harder to use the platform. People will find other platforms to use. I was telling you today on Slack. I was like, well, this one doesn't work anymore, which is usual, but like, not in the same way. Now it's annoying because now it feels like negligence, and like, versus, oh no, it just it's big and something went wrong here. It's like, and plus, and true or not, and honestly, these don't need to be true facts, but the supposed rumor and stories that they're not paying rent for their things, they're not paying for their cloud services that run portions of this. And like you were alluding to with the rate limit, that they DDoS themselves because they shut something off. And the biggest thing was they had the browser open and you saw jiggling of the scroll bar, and that meant the site was trying to reach something, which means your browser was actively hitting a server multiple times, which means everybody that pulled up Twitter was having the same thing happening. And that's how Twitter DDoSed itself, because whatever they shut off that somebody somewhere thought was non-essential, and the engineer that knew what that was is probably gone by now. Like that, again, it's like, what are we doing here? Why are we investing our time and money in this thing? And unless you're actively having the conversation over there, what's the point at this point? Don't start Twitter today. That's why don't start your Twitter account today. Get your placeholder just in case.
Yeah, but don't invest too much into it right now.
No.
Terrible idea.
Yes. So,
and like we keep saying, we're the product and the consumer. If you were stopping the product from being created and keeping the people who are consuming the product to getting to the product, it's just both ends, just killing yourself.
Exactly. Also, Potter points out that any limits during a live event would crash the system. What do you do during a live event?
We're all on Twitter. This news event, if there's something going on, and if I want to know something, get the eyewitness, the first people on, talking about it, I'm on Twitter. That's 100%. That's where I get my breaking news. And if we're all looking for it, down.
The first time there is a major world life city event even, and nobody can get to Twitter to find out what's going on, they're done. That's it. Nobody trusts them anymore after something like that. And like, it's not a fail whale. It's just and that's the thing. It's not even going to the fail whale. Oh, we know what this is, right? It's literally just confusing error messages at this point. And they can't even blame it on an AWS outage like we had a couple weeks ago that we couldn't even open our McDonald's apps, right?
Yeah.
It's all internal. It's all pain of their own making, and that's what makes it so much frustrating. And that's why we can try something from Mark Zuckerberg called Threads, and or go sign up over at mastodon.social and follow us at sorgatronmedia.social or whatever the case may be. And everybody's starting Discord servers, and we're decentralizing this. But the problem is, now where does that conversation happen?
Yeah.
Twitter was it. Right, and that's gonna be a pain. As somebody, I forget, but I think it was a Mastodon post or Twitter or something. There was like, oh man, all these millionaires, maybe they just don't want us to communicate effectively and cheaply, or something, guys. So it's sorry, we're in the conspiracy cast mode right now, but
Conspiracy cast.
we're all venting a little bit, I think. So,
Oh yeah,
because it's been frustrating.
This has been like, yeah, exactly. It's been frustrating. It's hard to do our jobs sometimes, and it's hard to direct our clients in the right directions and to ensure that they're communicating with the proper audiences. And it's just like having a broken hammer. It's you like, here you go. This is going to kind of get the job done, but it's not going to get it done the way it should have.
Some billionaire bought the hammer and broke it. Basically, like,
pretty much.
What are you gonna do with that at that point? You know. So I don't know. It's a developing story, but again, thank you for. Hey, look, some more people are following me. Everybody's following me right now.
I know, it's like buzz, 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 and I'm like, oh, it's the friend.
Yes.
Friend.
So that's fun. So we'll see what happens there. I'm gonna treat Threads like another thing, like I do Ivory, Mastodon right now. Like I want to cross post as much as I can, maybe a little bit more, since I know it is gonna have one thing. Okay, here, one thing Threads has an advantage over joining a server on Mastodon right now. My audience is here. They're literally showing up right now. So if I start using Threads, you're gonna be there, right? So like, let's see what happens there. Let's see what those conversations are. Is this going to be the next Twitter, or is it the next Plurk? We'll find out, right? And
stay tuned.
Yeah, stay tuned. Start having conversations there. Don't build your entire strategy, but maybe consider it for part of it, you know? So, and I don't even know, you know, when you have these new platforms, you've got a Hootsuite or any of those other programs, they probably won't help you cross post yet, right? Because it's so new. Yeah, so you're gonna have to manually.
Oh yeah, that's a whole other thing to think about.
I've given up on that for the most part as it is. So yeah, it's pretty wild. So wrestling promotions, get on there. You never know. And then start cross posting your shows live to Threads. So
this is kind of exciting. Like, we have not had a situation like this.
This feels real, man.
Yeah, this is us reacting to something very real that has not been on. I mean, like, we've looked up apps. Like, I've never signed up for, well, besides the Hello Kitty game that's coming out on Apple Arcade, obviously, but I can't recall ever signing up to get notification when an app was released and then having it like happen. And so, like, this is pretty cool.
That's a this conversation happening on Twitter about Threads is pretty entertaining.
Yeah. So yeah, we're still on Twitter talking about Threads.
That's the default at this point, right? It's like might as well be installed on everybody's thing. So, anyways, Katie, so good to talk social media with you this week. Dave Potter's been in the chat room as well. It seems the billionaire didn't pay his bills. That's how you become a billionaire. You're not paying for things. Got it.
That's nice.
Yes. Yeah. The only one that killed Twitter was Twitter. Sounds familiar. Yep. Sometimes the businesses are too big a fail to fail. Just kind of shoot themselves in the foot. So, side note related to that, I want to give a what I'm reading shout out. That I actually listened to the author, was on This Week in Tech a few weeks ago. So I did. Oh no, I just killed that airplay. The Winner Sells All is a book by let me see if I can find who the author is. Jason Del Rey, and it's about the competition between Walmart and Amazon.
Ooh.
Yes, very interesting so far. You know, I feel like, so I've read The Everything Store, like, you know, a decade ago, about like the philosophy of Amazon and what grew them that they obviously don't follow anymore, and all that. So I feel like this is a nice little update, and this is from somebody who's been following these stories, that's encountered Bezos and the people of Walmart. That, no, not that website. The actual corporate people of Walmart. That also doesn't sound right, does it? So I'm listening to an Audible. It's a pretty good reader on there, and kind of interesting so far. So if you're into tech stuff like that deeply, to listen to a book about Walmart and Amazon's goings on behind the scenes, and I am that geeky, and I haven't listened to a book like this in a long time. So this is an interesting. It is an interesting hike read. So, anyways, Katie, you are
Kate Marie PGH on the threads.
Yes. I was hoping you get my lead in.
Yep, 100%. Find me there. Find me there.
There you go. There you go.
Watch us lose our minds like at another.
Matt Sorgatron everywhere, including Threads now, apparently. So go check that out. Thank you so much, everybody, for joining us. You have been our awesome audience. Have an awesome week. This show is a member of the Sorgatron Media Podcast Network. Find out more at Sorgatron.